Hello there, this is Transformers fan G138. I'm here with a quick update, because I don't have that much recording time on this camera left, about my Pharma custom. And this is based on the Generations Headmaster Brainstorm. And so, if you've been following my other videos, I flipped the wings around, cut some of the nonsense off, and actually changed them quite a bit. So this one's my first I've really heavily modified. Before I've cut a couple tabs off, but that was it. This one really is a much heavier modification. Also my first time working with a can of white spray paint. I really hate making white customs. Covering with any color with white is just annoying. So, cool feature that this guy has. If I didn't ruin the spring, and unfortunately I'm going to have to try to replace it, he's got a really cool feature, but I'll get to that in a minute. So we got a nice Autobot insignia here on his chest, and we got the IDW versions of the Cybertronian aid service, and those are on both sides of the wings. So it looks very sharp, especially up on the Decepticon shelf. I took paint and actually painted the cockpit, so he's got less wide of a chest. And then the head. The head is actually from a Sandstorm figure. So it looks sharp on Pharma. He doesn't have a smirk, unfortunately. If I found one with a smirk, that would even be better. But yeah, very cool looking. The wings can fold back, so just like they did in the comic book. So if he's trying to go through a doorway, these just fold back and. So, head is on the actual ball and socket joint from the head of this guy. Now, the problem was the ball and socket joint was too large, so I went in with a file and actually made it smaller to the point where I almost ground it down to the original metal piece inside. So, a little bit of super glue later, and we have a really cool, fairly posable head. So, I figured putting paint on this would fix it, but no. He still has the same problem that he had when he was Brainstorm, the hand. The other hand, again, still doesn't have the problem, so go Hasbro. Also, I painted these side panels blue, as well as the inner pieces here. Red, and blue here on the back panel. Overall, I really liked the way it turned out. There's some touching up I can do, and unfortunately I had some issues with the wings too, so they're not completely smooth. Like this one's running a bit. But, Also, during, I dropped him off the shelf earlier and scraped some of the blue paint off his leg, and I have to go and touch that up. But overall, it's a pretty cool looking custom, and I'm glad I actually made him. Now, the hidden feature I added, you might have already spotted it, but if you open the cockpit, where the tech specs used to be, there's a nice Decepticon symbol, and which you can see through the cockpit, which is very cool, in my opinion. And if I didn't break the spring, this would work much better. But you have it, and then you hit the button, and it should, which it doesn't, spring down and reveals the Decepticon. Unfortunately, I pulled the spring too much trying to get it back in, so it stretched out, so I just got to replace that. It won't take long, maybe 15-20 minutes tops. It's just irritating to get in there and get it right, and I might buy 2 or 3 springs. But yeah, there you go. There's my Pharma custom, and I'm just going to quickly transform it into vehicle mode, and you guys can see that. And there he is. So we got a cool looking Cybertronian jet. Some red and blue, a lot of blue up here, some red. Got the symbols on both the tops and bottoms. Bottom side actually looks pretty good in my opinion. Of course I made it. Then top side, you got the head here, and I guess you could unclip the head and put it in the cockpit if you wanted to, but I think it looks just fine this way. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, robot mode. I don't have them yet. I'm actually 3D printing the prototypes tomorrow, but I 3D modeled some chainsaws, that clip into these open slots when his hands are folded in. Just so you can easily see it. Here's a toothpick. Right in here. They just slide in and clip and fit nice and flush in here, or they will hopefully. We'll see after my first iteration tomorrow. And then we'll have a true maniac scientist slash doctor in the Cybertronian world. So overall, I'm very pleased how this turned out, and I can't wait to add him onto my Decepticon shelf. So yeah, super excited about that. Well, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I probably won't get to another custom anytime soon. You all also may notice the blue in here. I was originally going to paint this up, but after taking a look at it, I'm like, that kind of looks like Energon glow from like the engines running. And, you know, it might look messy to some, but I kind of like it, the way it looks. I was going to go in there with a brush and paint it black or something, because I don't have any white on me anymore. But, yeah, I was really, like, going to do that, and then I stopped. I'm like, you know what, that looks like the glow of engines. So I'm going to keep that, kind of like I kept the blue in here. Again, that's just for an Energon-y type effect. I'm not sure if that's pulling it off the way I thought it would, but it's still decent. I like it. So you got the Decepticon symbol, the Autobot insignia, the Med insignia, and these awesome filled-in back engines. And then soon-to-be chainsaws. Again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Any questions, comments, concerns, please post a comment down below. I'll be glad to answer them for you. Yeah, again, hope you enjoyed.